Hi everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you so much for joining us today. Whether you're watching, whether you're listening, whether you're here in the United States or across the world, we are sending our love and support to each and every one of you. It's just an amazing feat that we are coming up against uh, with the amount of episodes that we're we're coming to. So the big number 500 is so close, and it's just amazing. It's amazing what an idea, a dream, uh, perseverance through ups and downs, curveballs, everything to still be here sharing experiences and events of myself, our organization, and our guests. So thank you so much for making this a reality. Uh, yeah, if you can give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, repost, follow us on our social media accounts, predominantly Instagram and Facebook is where you can find us the most active. As well as if you're watching this episode, just know that you have the option to listen to episodes. So all episodes can be found uh, YouTube, Rumble, and wherever you um, find your podcasts. You can find Voices for Voices. You can use your smart device. Uh, smart speaker, say play Voices for Voices TV show and podcast, and it's that easy. We have a huge goal to not only reach but help at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. And because of you and so many groups and organizations, we are headed that way very uh, it's gonna happen, and I'm so excited for that to happen. Not for me, but for the individuals that we're helping. Because, as I mentioned a lot, I can't take anything with me when my time here on Earth is up. But individuals can take experiences, they can take ideas, events that we've covered. Guests that we've had on, their stories, their events, their experiences, and that's what's going to carry on once I'm no longer here on Earth. Uh, no long, I'm not predicting anything here, but I just know that we were born, we live, and then we pass away. So. Uh, That's what I'm here for. I could have been taken from this world, this earthly world, so many times, and yet God decided to keep me here at least until now, because we don't know how long we're going to be here on Earth. So I have a good feeling that Voices for Voices is the reason why God has kept me here. Uh, doesn't mean that it's always going to keep me here. It just means at the current time where we're at. Um, I mean, there could be the time between us filming this and when it goes live and we drop it, that we might not make it. This episode might not make it um, to our platforms, but we don't know. So let's try to be a little more positive on things. But I just wanted to share that because it's a big deal. Um, if you could reach out to 25 your contacts in your phone. Let them know about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. That would greatly help us. Word of mouth is how we have made a huge difference because if you hear something from a friend or family member, you're more likely to check it out, see what it's about. Uh, and we've found again, we're on our way to helping 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond, uh, throughout 300 countries, 3,000 cities across the world. And again, we only have you to thank. And so some people are like, you take a long time at the beginning and and talk and share a lot. Can you just get into the episodes? And my response to that is what we discussed up until this point is is what keeps the organization, what keeps the TV show and podcast, what keeps Voices for Voices running. And so we have to share that. We don't have the luxury of having, some huge organization behind us. Um, we don't. We don't have that luxury. So we have to share and we gotta let people know that they can find this itty bitty organization and all their episodes and where you can find our books on Amazon. You'll find them on voicesforvoices.org. You can purchase through there. You just go to voicesforvoices.org and then you start scrolling down. You'll see we're having a tour that's going to be it's going to be 2026 to 2028. Uh, and then you'll see books that you're able to purchase. All of all of those donations, because we are a 501(c)(3) nonprofit charity, all of those here in the United States, you're able to write off on your taxes. We are again, federally registered nonprofit charity organization. If you don't live in the United States, just check with your tax preparer, and they'll let you know how to handle that in your hometown, home city, home country, because it varies from country to country, sometimes city to city. So just double check on that. Uh, so today is a so today's a milestone in our family. Uh, as those of you who have seen other episodes, you'll know that we've never been uh, we've never had a pet outside of a beta fish, um, who is coming up, I think, on being a year old, which is just we've never had a beta fish that's lived this long, so it's incredible. But our our pet Lucy, dog, we're pet owners now, and uh, and so I wanted to just show everybody here. Let's see here. Virtual background. Let's go none. Okay, let's take that off. So you'll see her behind me, kind of resting. Uh, but she's 3 years old today, and and so we're celebrating her third birthday. And some of you might wonder, like, oh, big deal. Well, it's a big deal because, right, you have to take care of the pet, feed, have water, take them out to do their business. Uh, going to the potty, I guess I can share that. Um, but also on the mental health side, I have I've noticed even if just a little bit, having Lucy, our pet dog, with us is, they talk about pet therapy. You hear, pet therapy where, you can pet a horse, ride a pony, um, have a cat, and it helps lower stress a little bit. Again, it's not the end all be all, but what I've noticed since we've had her is, uh, she's my pal, and so we do a lot of work here on the computer for our shows, for our Voices for Voices organization, and just having her around, even if she is, sitting on my shoulders or uh, whatever she's up to. Uh, and so I'd like to say that maybe you've already known this. I'm 44, and this is the first pet again outside of a fish, small fish, beta fish, goldfish that I've ever had. Uh, and there's just something about having having the pet. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. I can't explain how much stress or how much anxiety or what that gets lowered. I don't know if it's a lot. I don't know if it's a little. All I know is that it's something that Lucy's something to look forward to when I wake up. And so then, uh, one of the things of, taking our child to school, she likes when Lucy comes. And so so we have kind of that bond, uh, for those moments. And it's just so neat, as somebody who has never had a pet, to have one. Uh, yeah, she makes us laugh. She makes us upset a little bit sometimes when she's not listening, when she eats grass and we're trying to get her not to eat the grass. And we're trying to get her out of the flower beds, and there's those things. But all in all, it's just so um it's just neat to have a pet. Uh and I know it's helped my mental health. Again, I don't know how much, how little, but it's helped, because instead of going from maybe a bad a bad day, that bad day can be a little less bad because Lucille comes, will sit on my lap, and she want her belly rubbed and and all that. And she plays around, and I always say that I gotta watch out because she'll like fake like she's eating my fingers. And this, I'm no joke, feels like she's eating my fingers, like a lot of times when we're trying to get the leash on to take her outside to go potty, to go, do her business, I'll be trying to get her leash on, and she'll have her mouth open, and then my finger they go in her mouth, and I'll feel her teeth, but she doesn't squeeze down. She doesn't chomp, at least not yet. Uh, and I'm like, Lucy, like we don't want to get in that habit, because I don't want one day for her to wake up and Lucy being the who, uh, when her to wake up and like I'm gonna chomp this finger off or something. So anyways, just little things that not having a pet I've noticed in me. Um, Obviously, I know the rest of my family, you know, likes and loves having her around, and so she has her birthday today. So she's turning 3, or she turned 3 today, is turning 3. Um, and so what do? You have to celebrate a birthday. And I guess I didn't understand before having a pet why people would celebrate a pet's birthday or that. But it's because I didn't know. I didn't have a pet, so I didn't understand. I'm like, well, why are they, celebrating? And there's just a lot of stuff I just, even to this day, that I don't understand, because I'm not perfect. Nobody is. And so I was thinking, like, why are people celebrating their pet's birthday and buying them clothes uh, and different things? And now I have a better understanding of that, of having a pet and wanting that to be special, especially when you have, children in the house, because they also look at it. It's kind of like they're stuffies, they're stuffed animals, but this is a real animal. This isn't a stuffed animal. So we, we try to say, hey, you gotta just be a little more gentle. We can't, we want to squeeze and give it uh, big hug. We still can do that, but we just have to be a little more careful. And she's learning. We're all learning. Uh, she'll follow us like so fast. We'll start up the steps, get halfway up, think we'll get to the top before her, and then right up the steps right next to us, and she blows right by us, and she's up there, and she's just waiting patiently most of the time. But like any pet, uh, she'll bark at, usually it's other people, other other pets. Sometimes, people that ring the doorbell, or I mean, I'm not, I don't think I'm sharing too much that you might not already know. But for me, for us, for my family, these are things that we're just learning, and it's neat. But when she barks, it's like so loud. It's like Lucy, 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 and you can probably see her. She can't see her because we have a virtual background, but she she's just so neat to have around, and so she is. She's an extension. She's part of our family. And so that's why we're going to celebrate her birthday here a little bit later. Uh, and so I understand more now about pets than I did. Obviously, I haven't had a cat, so I don't know what that experience is like. But again, bringing it back to the mental health, she takes my mind off things, even if it's just for a few minutes or a few seconds here or there. And as I've talked about the pie of life, if 100% of the time we're stressed, you take a couple percentage points and you reduce that and say, okay, now my life is 98% stress, but now it's 2% less stress or whatever that number may be. And that's really where we're at or where I'm at, I guess, when it comes to having a dog is I don't know how much the stress goes down, but it's going down a little bit, even if it's just a teeny, 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 tiny, tiny amount. It's still a little bit noticeable to me. And so I'd recommend if having a pet is something that you've wanted, uh, maybe see if you can make that happen. I don't know. It's taken a long time for us to get to this point, and now we're here. And there's a lot of people that they have pets growing up. I had one, an outside dog. I only remember for basically like a nanosecond, but he got outside of his cage, uh, and doghouse. He dug his way out, ended up getting hit by a car. Um, and so I don't have a whole lot. I didn't have a whole lot of experience with that pet, a Springer Spaniel. And so now I have a niece, uh, dog. So if you're thinking about it, or thinking about getting a pet, go to the nearest shelter, Humane Society, or if there's other stores other pet stores, see if you're able to find find one and have a chance to play. And I was worried about my allergies too. That's the other part. I was worried about my allergies. Uh, and I'll say miraculously, I don't feel that I'm allergic to her. Like where you sneeze and then it get like real, eyes are watering and all that. That was one of my biggest concerns because every dog's unique, just like every one of us human beings are unique. So we're gonna celebrate Lucy's third birthday today. She's helping my mental health to some degree. I can feel it. If I'm away and I come back, she's, hopping on my leg, uh, like so happy, wagging her tail. So I just want to share a little bit of that little personal family event events. Uh, and maybe again, maybe you can find one. So until next time, this is Justin Allen Hayes, Voices for Voices. If you can give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, repost, reach out to 25 or 50 contacts in your phone. Let them know about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. You can find us everywhere. We greatly appreciate that. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Till next time, let's celebrate the voices of everybody in the world and let's be a voice for ourselves and somebody else in need. We'll see you later.